Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about dreamy, whimsical perfumes and really honing in on that word. I wanted to feature perfumes that embody and just have this element of whimsy. The first perfume I have here is Celeste by Giardini di Toscana. And this perfume makes me think of a fairy wearing a violet petal dress, and she's flying through rolling hills covered in wildflowers on her way to her friend's house, and they're gonna have some sweet fairy treats. This perfume gives me so much joy. It just feels like there's a bit of magic bottled in here. This was my little sister's choice for scent of the day when we went to Disneyland last month, and it was so fitting. She smelled incredible and we smelled her all day. If you love powdery perfumes, candied violets, gourmands, you love vanilla, this has that signature Giardini di Toscana creamy sugared vanilla DNA with an added pop of raspberry, and then has a good amount of a musky ambroxan in the base, really helping contribute to its longevity and giving this scent a bit of like a slightly salted skin undertone. And I get about 8 hours with moderate projection. If you wanted to give this a try, a lot of the perfumes I'm talking about today can be found on Scent Split, various sample sizes and also full bottles. They have an enormous selection of fragrances to choose from. And if you want to save some money off your purchase, you can use code ANNA10. Then we have Guava Sorbet by Brandt, and this is such a fun reach for spring and summer. I think that this perfectly brings together, a refined perfume with that bit of whimsy. This opens up very fresh, bright, sparkling. You get a load of citrus, and that's definitely helping to create, that tart sorbet experience. There's mandarin, bergamot, and grapefruit. It's juicy and fruity, not only because of the guava, but also passion fruit. There's sugar and vanilla mentioned, and this is a sweet perfume, but it's not such a sweet perfume. It still has that refreshing characteristic. And I feel like the osmanthus and musk give it a bit of that perfumey quality to kind of break apart the sweet fruit. And I get about 4 hours with a moderate projection. Then we have Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. This is one of my favorite Kayali fragrances. There's something about this bubblegummy, candied pear and vanilla that I find so addictive, and you really don't need much. I don't spray a lot with this because it packs a punch, and it is definitely sweet, one of my sweetest perfumes. But man, this thing is like catnip to my boyfriend. He loves this on me. Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, I imagine, would be Galinda's signature scent from Wicked. I mean, it's pink, it's sweet, it's girly, and the bottle has that iridescence like her bubble. Literally, when that movie came out, I was like, oh, this has Galinda written all over it. And I love Wicked, by the way, not just because the movie came out. I've been a fan for years. It's so flirty, and I really enjoy this powdery outer coating of true pink bubblegum that's in here. It has marshmallow, rock sugar, vanilla cream, and you absolutely get these elements of a candy shop, but it's not just that to me. There is this sexy undertone to it. That base, I feel like the bit of rum, patchouli, and wood that it has gives it a little something something without it, specifically being like, oh, there's rum in here or wood. I don't know, but this really does it for me. And I get 8+ hours moderate projection. Then we have Ave Maria from House of Bō, and this was love at first sniff for me, but man, I have been falling deeper and deeper in love with this thing. I think the longer this has sat, the more that cashmere and warmth of the Merlot wine has come through. It just smells so ridiculously silky smooth. It's gotten a bit warmer, but this is one of the most beautiful dewy white floral perfumes. This has gardenia, jasmine, neroli. There are raindrops mentioned, and it smells like watery, dewy florals. And it's not watery in a sheer way. This has great performance. I have been reaching for this nonstop, and it's going to take a while to see a dent because I don't need to use much. It has a delicate texture, but it performs impressively well. There's a sweet pear in the mix, and this sweet pear isn't similar to the sweet pear that you get in the Kayali. That's more candied for sure, and this has a natural sweetness to it. Ave Maria really has this ethereal luminosity and glow. This opal cap just really perfectly captures the vibe of this scent, and I would describe this to smell like a water nymph. This was actually created to be a wedding day scent. So if you love white florals, we have any 2025 brides out there, give Ave Maria a try. It's incredibly romantic. I haven't smelled another perfume like it. And I get all day wear with a moderate projection. Then we have A Witch's Valentine from Sorce. And this has become one of my favorite rose gourmands. Love at first sniff for me. I'm like, this is exactly what I had envisioned, what I had in mind when reading these notes. This is what I wanted. It feels like a perfectly shared experience between the floral and the gourmand without either one trumping the other. It's a very modern pink rose, and then you have this delicious, fluffy, powdery marshmallow, and I really truly get marshmallow, which I'm stoked about. A prominent raspberry puree, it's sugared, and then you have some creamy white chocolate. There's suede mentioned in here. That's not very loud to me, but I do think it adds a level of depth and bit of sophistication, so it's not just like so gourmand and sweet. I think this perfume is incredible. It smells so girly, so pink, and it's really addictive for me. And I get all day wear with a moderate projection. Then we have Mind Games Leonora. This is a standout, I think, passion fruit apricot perfume. It makes me think of wearing a sundress, basket in hand, going to the farmers markets. You have a bouquet of flowers. There's fresh fruit stands. It's a whole vibe. It's of course juicy, sweet from the fruit, but also because of the tonka bean added. There are lactones in the mix that I think are the cherry on top to this blend. It's not milky, but there's a definite creamy, smooth texture to this. There's a soft ginger to add a zingy, bright freshness, and then an airy freesia and osmanthus, which naturally has a fruity undertone. Very elegant and whimsical fruity floral. And I get about 4 hours with a moderate projection. And then last but not least, this is 1979 New Wave by Le Bon Gerbois. This is a very clean, fresh, elegant scent with something a little bit magical sprinkled in. I mentioned in my last video that 1979 New Wave makes me think of moonlight. It's so random sometimes, the things that pop in my head. This is a deep iris perfume. I smell this and a deep indigo comes to mind. Nighttime, there's a coolness to it, a slight chill, but it's comforting. Like, it feels quiet, if you will. This has spearmint, and it smells like freshly plucked, ripped spearmint. Very natural, realistic smelling. It has a crisp sandalwood, and aldehydes are mentioned. They don't smell like Chanel aldehydes, for example, and that isn't a pronounced note, but absolutely gives a clean, sparkling character to it. It doesn't go soapy or sharp. It has a lovely airy feel. I feel like there could be a touch of a really smooth suede in the background. I am in love with this perfume, and I get extra excited when I discover freshies that have a bit of a unique factor to them. And I get about 4 hours with a softer projection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for me or other people watching this video for perfumes that have that element of whimsy, I would love to know. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.